Hello, everybody. I thought that there was an intro video. Apparently, there was no intro video. This is Sports Open Mic. We are a little late, and that is my fault. We are live at Toscano's. It's my fault. I forgot a table. Paulie was very nice to give me a step stool to to put everything on. And yeah, so this is Sports Open Mic, and I'm going to pass it over to the guys now.
Good morning and welcome to Sports Open Mic. And could you say that one more time, Ben? Like we were late getting on.
My fault.
Okay.
My
Thank
fault.
Whoa. You don't do that to the guy that's running the board.
I just figured I'd throw that in. That's
Listen,
all.
no. My fault.
It's his fault.
It's my fault.
He's the man. He's the man of his word.
Yes.
Believe me when I
Yes.
tell you that.
Listen, I am the first to accept fault when it's my fault.
Yeah, if it's your
Don't ask my friends and family if that's true, but from a business perspective, I'm the first to accept fault when it's my fault.
a lot more people should think that way. But they don't.
should.
So we can't do anything about that. But we are at the Scandalous Men's Shop, one of favorite sponsors for Sports Open Mic. They've been doing it for years. He's probably busy right now, but we'll get him on. Bill, that's Dan, and Ben's with us this morning. Lou is still, I think, because of the baseball season, he's probably now getting ready for baseball. So
You think he's just
he
holding
needed
out
a
hope?
couple more weeks after the other incident to get in baseball shape to be able to come on. So we're getting close.
Well, the
He's not a pitcher or a catcher.
so the
forget
players
that.
don't have to report to next week.
No, he's not a pitcher or a catcher. So he's still got time. Lou, hurry back. All right, so we got high school playoffs coming up. Playoffs.
Playoffs in Rhode Island.
How is it to get in the playoffs? High school basketball.
And
I think 90% of the teams, we were just talking about this, right?
Yeah.
in Connecticut, the conference.
Why don't we talk about Rhode Island? Because we're talking about Rhode Island teams.
Correct. I'm just saying it's not playoffs in Connecticut yet because they have their conference tournaments
We're
first.
coming up. Well, it's playoffs. That's the Eastern Connecticut Conference. It's like a division thing over here, right? That they used to have.
Yeah, but
Was that a hard question, Bill? I'll
Well,
make it a little easier.
sometimes.
Oh, it's not a hard question. It's a different situation because in Connecticut they don't have an open tournament. They
Okay,
just
but
have
they
class
still have,
tournaments.
like they used to do in Rhode Island. They have the classes, right?
Yes, they'll have their class tournaments
Right.
after the ECC has a conference.
Sure,
tournament.
of course.
I don't think every conference has a tournament.
I'm not positive on whether they do or not, so I can't speak on that.
Hey, guys,
All right.
we got a Paulie mic this time.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute.
This could be very
On cue, we
interesting.
get him to say
You
something.
gotta talk into it though, Paulie.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, all right.
Hey, wow, a new
Thanks
star
for-
is born.
Thanks for asking. Thanks for having us.
No problem. Thanks for being here.
How was the Super Bowl?
Oh, I loved it.
Well, the
Loved
way
it.
you went, you liked it?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't think it was going to happen.
I
that
didn't
way,
either.
But they were completely. They just licked them
It's
in
like
every
one team-
aspect of the game.
One team showed up, the other
Another
team didn't.
Yeah,
I will say, you know who did call it? This
You
guy.
did.
That's right.
Right here, as a matter of fact. Right here at Toscano's
Can we
Men's
see
Shop.
the tape?
Yeah. it's-
Oh, I'm sure it's on. Yeah,
Hold on.
definitely.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's the thing. Watch what you say.
I don't think I was on camera, but I could put
Because
it
he's
up.
gonna pull it up.
I can pull it up.
But they were completely dominated, that team. I mean, that
Everybody-
was old-fashioned lit.
Yeah.
Licking. Unbelievable. Every aspect of the game. I mean, I never saw Mahomes so frazzled as he was in that game. He actually looked scared. He really did a couple of times.
You do scared
He
too.
should have been.
Right.
They're saying 335, 365 guys chasing you.
Exactly.
And they caught him. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's one thing.
Unbelievable.
One thing chasing you, but when they catch you,
Right.
they put you on the ground.
Well, I think the biggest part of that was It was only a 4-man rush.
That's the biggest thing. Absolutely. They were able to collapse the pocket on him. And those four on the defensive line are so fast that they were able to just catch right down to Mahomes and kind of inhibit that elusiveness that he usually has.
Figure 350 times 4.
Yeah,
That's enough.
A lot of weight right there.
It's a ton coming at you.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter.
But
But they played well. The
Yeah,
defense.
they really did.
You know, the whole thing came down to not half the blitzing and dropping 7 guys in coverage, and their coverage was unbelievable.
And they dominated that guy without the Shekine, whatever his name is. Didn't do anything. The runner there, what's his name? From the Giants. What are you
Barkley.
looking at me
Saquon.
like that for? You
Saquon.
staring at me.
You said Shaquille.
Can I just say I'm so happy I gave Paulie his own
Yeah.
mic.
I'm sure
I mean, he didn't do anything.
No,
He didn't have
Barkley?
to.
Thing.
Yeah, he didn't have
I
to.
think they worried about him so much that they forgot the rest of the team.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
They forgot
I'm
to stop
telling
the
you.
quarterback from running.
That's
Right.
what happened. You're right.
They concentrated so much on him, and they stopped him. They certainly did.
Well, and
But-
how about the quarterback passing, Jalen Hurts, in that
Yeah,
game as well?
that
I
guy-
think I said,
that guy's pretty
Sunday
good.
at the Super Bowl show that they should take some shots with A.J. Brown. And earlier on in the game, you could see that when they were in man coverage, they were going to A.J. Brown. He got called for a pass interference penalty the first time.
That
but
was kind of.
it was a little shaky, but yeah, they did a great job of executing the game plan. And Saquon did a great job of being unselfish in that game too. He's the ultimate team player, and he was like, hey, if my run's not working, then I trust my teammates and my quarterback to be able to get the job done in the passing game, and that's what they did.
And no doubt about that. It was just completely one-sided.
And the halftime show sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worst one I've ever seen.
You watched terrible.
You didn't even know what the guy was saying. He's supposed to be singing. Did anybody understand what he was singing?
Not me.
He wasn't singing though. He was rapping.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Rapping.
Did you understand what he was rapping?
Yeah, what was he rapping about?
Drake.
He was rapping about Drake. Definitely was. That's a whole other
That
conversation.
is a whole other
Better off to
conversation.
go up in the audience and get Taylor to come down. It would have been better.
There you go. She was right there.
That's right.
No
It's only a
doubt
matter
about
of
it.
time before she performs at a halftime. Of the Super
I
Bowl.
don't think she wants to.
No.
I don't think she wants to either. Also, they get so I know that the halftime show is for the like the biggest stars, etc. And she would obviously fit that. But A, she already gets enough exposure on the NFL. And B, you don't get paid for the halftime show as a performer. You get paid in exposure for the halftime show. Now you're like, well, why? The Rolling Stones have done the halftime show. Prince has done the halftime show. You're gonna like exposure for that? Yeah, but in all seriousness, though, it does work. Like, I had never listened to a Kendrick Lamar song in my life until the day before the Super Bowl because I was like, I don't know what's going on. Listened to it, was like, this isn't. I don't. Everything is so rhythmic. Like, I like rap, and I was like, no, I'm not. I'm not into it. I think that there hasn't been an 8-hour period since the Super Bowl where I didn't hear Not Like Us since.
Oh.
Like, it just, so the exposure does work. However, Taylor Swift doesn't need that. So there's
definitely
no, I feel like only bad would come from her doing the Super Bowl halftime show, especially while she's with Travis Kelce, which, should be at least for another 3 weeks or so.
We saw Taylor more than we saw Travis in the game.
Well,
Well, yeah, he didn't do much of anything in that game.
Really? I mean, he didn't do anything.
The only guy who really did something for the Chiefs was Worthy.
Yeah.
He had a good game. I think he had 157 receiving yards. He caught 2 touchdowns. Granted, the second one came kind of late in the game and garbage time or
Here,
whatever.
take it.
Yeah,
You can have
absolutely.
it.
But just really impressive by the Eagles defense throughout the entire game. Especially like Bill was mentioning, like the secondary did an amazing job of coverage down the field. And Cooper DeJean,
that pick six was great.
I believe only the first or second person to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl on their birthday. So congrats to him. Really exceptional player.
Well, the whole thing with that pass rush, it made Mahomes very uncomfortable, and he was throwing the ball early. and you don't have to cover someone all the way down the field when that ball's coming out early.
The biggest part I saw with Mahomes is they wouldn't let him run.
Correct.
He tried to go up the middle, and there was
Right.
2 or 3 of those 350 pounders waiting for him.
Well, and then
That
because
was-
of that pressure during early on in the game, he missed some throws that he usually hits. I think he missed Kelsey on 2 that he was open. They were just either a little bit behind or a little bit below where they needed to be. So that pressure really did a number on Mahomes and the Chiefs.
And the Kansas City defense didn't look like it showed up. I mean,
They had a
Well, they did.
defense.
They did what they intended to do, like Ben just said a little while ago. They were going to stop Barkley, and they did. But
I didn't say that, but
but,
I'll
but
take it.
there was a, like we had talked about, there was a three-headed monster on offense. It's the quarterback running the ball, the quarterback throwing the ball, and handing it off.
I mean, when your offense is going 3 and out, though, you're asking a lot for the Kansas City defense
Yeah,
and
to
they-
constantly be out there
they were
against a really
sucking
good
wind.
team like the Eagles. Suck and wind, exactly.
Yeah, they were tired defense, and the way Philly was just moving the ball down the field, their defensive lineman got plenty of rest. You know, it was a time possession thing for them. You know, we'll keep our defense off the field, let them rest up, and 3 and out, and we'll be happy.
yeah, and they weren't. Kansas City wasn't able to contain the
Right.
Philly quarterback.
It hurts. He had a nice day running the ball.
That was the difference in the game right there. He could do what he wanted.
Well, I had
basically.
mentioned on Sunday during the Super Bowl show that I thought Jalen Hurts has something that like you can't necessarily teach, is that leadership, that grit, and it showed firsthand in that game last Sunday. I think he did a tremendous job leading his team. He made all the big plays when he needed to, and he showed up when it mattered most, and that's a sign of a really good quarterback. And I'm interested to see, how this goes moving forward for the Eagles. Could they be that next, kind of dynasty team like the Chiefs right now, constantly going to the Super Bowl and being up there? But we'll see how that goes.
Well, they took a step in the right direction with that quarterback because he had all the confidence in the world in that game.
Yeah,
Really did.
He was focused. You could see it in his eyes. He didn't have happy feet. He dropped back, and a couple times you knew when he was going to run it, and they just didn't have a spy on him. And not having that really hurt the KC defense. And it's like Mahomes was saying, it was my fault. No, it wasn't your fault. It was the whole team concept where the offensive line didn't show up to block for him. The defense not getting the 3 and outs.
It's just that they got beat by a better team that day, period. And
Yeah.
then history.
He
Now,
can't.
if Hurts had happy feet, what did the Mahomes have? As you refer to him as happy feet.
No, I said
That
Hurts.
he had
Didn't,
sad
didn't.
feet?
no, Hurts didn't have the happy feet. He just stood
So-
there and played his
Mahomes
game.
had the happy feet.
Yes, he was.
So what did Hurts have then?
He was nice and calm.
Sad?
He didn't have sad.
The
feet.
comp feet.
Confident.
He was very confident in what he was doing. His offensive line blocked for him. When he ran the ball, he knew where to go and how to do it. And Barkley had some nice blocks to set up some of those pass plays because he stepped up and picked up that blitz, no problem.
And by the way, Ben picked Philadelphia to win. The only one.
I was the only one.
Only one.
Ben, yeah, he's the
I
only
was
one
the
that
only
picked
one.
Philly.
But do you remember why I picked Philly?
Because everyone was on Kansas City now.
Because there was so much hate. I said if
No,
it is
it's a bad word.
I said if it is scripted, this was 2 weeks ago. So this was before we were here the day before the championship games, the NFC and AFC championship games. And we were picking whether or not we thought, the Bills and
The fixed.
yeah. So yeah, and I said, no, we're gonna get Kansas City and the Eagles. I don't want it, but we're gonna get Kansas City and the Eagles. And that way the story can be, who does Jason Kelsey root for? Taylor Swift, is Travis gonna propose the three-peat? all of this stuff, and it feels inevitable, right? The refs are going to give it to them, blah 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 blah. It feels inevitable, but you want that because that's like a marketable story to everyone, right? People will hate watch the Super Bowl if they need to. Like it's a classic thing, right? They're the new Patriots, they're the Yankees, etc. But then if you have them win, even in a close game, if you just have them win, you've just proven to everybody that is a conspiracy theorist that that is the script, right? There's so many things right now about the NFL, the script of the NFL and the refs and et cetera, et cetera. What's the best way to do that? Have the outcome that everybody thinks is going to happen, and then have the other team crush them.
So it was scripted.
I'm saying if it was, it would make sense.
You know who we got to ask for the script?
Jerry.
You got to ask Jerry for the script. He used to get it all the time. He used to say he'd call up the commissioner
But-
and get the script.
We all went the other way with Kansas City.
I think
was
you-
surprised.
I think you
I
had
was
to.
surprised the way the game unfolded, though. I mean, it was just
That
Dominant.
was yeah.
that's what I was surprised. I mean, I knew Philadelphia could beat them, but I never thought that was going to happen. I mean, Kansas City did not look like they belonged on the same field with the Eagles.
And yeah, it looked like the schemes that they had defensively, you know, that it
They
wasn't
didn't have
working.
any.
It wasn't working, and they had no adjustments.
I really thought there was a part of me that thought either, and this is going back to the conspiracy thing, either it's what I just said, which is what I said here 3 weeks ago, that the Eagles win and it surprises everybody, or I really thought the way that they were being dominated in that first half, I really thought at the end of the first half, beginning of the third quarter, like, is this setting up
A comeback.
to outshine that Patriots
Mhm.
comeback from years ago, so you can draw even more comparisons to Brady, so you can he did the three-peat and he did a more impressive comeback than the most impressive comeback in Super Bowl history. I was like, is that what's going to happen here? And then it did not.
if it was a regular season game, I wouldn't even watch the second half.
No.
That's how bad the
So
first half
Ben,
was.
work on next year's for us now. okay?
I can't. I'm not Nostradamus.
He's gonna go home and be sitting and writing out scripts
Yeah,
all over the
yeah,
place,
yeah.
thinking about storylines.
Yeah, I got all of those. I do like the window thing, like a beautiful mind. Like I just write it on the.
Now Ben,
Yeah.
what did they say at the end of the broadcast?
I don't know.
This is the
Goodbye.
entertainment portion of the NFL.
The whole thing is the entertainment portion. No, I don't. I don't think that it's scripted. Because I think that is you would have way too many.
It's too many moving parts.
There's too many moving parts. It's definitely not scripted. That is, you would be found out, and there's way too much money involved for gambling and all of those other things that people really win and lose. So I don't think that there's any way possible that it is scripted. I think that what you do is you tell the story that's unfolding and you find the most compelling way to tell that story. And when you do that and you're really good at it because you have billions of dollars and tons of talking heads and people that don't even get paid by the NFL or by the big sports networks like us who continue to talk about it every week, the narratives are going to fill themselves in. And when you start looking at narratives like that, you're like, oh, it must be scripted, it must be fixed, it must be, fake, when in reality it's just everyone is telling the same story because that's the story that's unfolding. So that's what I think.
The only two things that were probably scripted were the nice passes that Brady had in the pregame from the French Quarter, throwing from building to building, and the kicking contest.
Did he win the kick? Did they
Eli.
make the kick? Did he kick it? Did he get it?
Well, he
better than Gronk?
They all missed from the 20, and then they moved it up to the 10-yard line, which isn't even an extra point anymore. And Only Eli got it.
Shout out to all the kickers. That is not as easy as they make it look, for sure.
Especially when everyone's just staring at you and you're not a professional kicker.
And that was another thing, too,
Yes.
that Philadelphia field goal kicker. He had to kick it twice every time, and he made them each time. You know how many times he made two
Definitely.
field goals that they call back, and then they backed him up, and he still made them. That guy had a hell of a game.
Yeah.
2 false starts. Pushed him
Yeah.
back.
Right.
He wasn't.
And
He wasn't going to follow the script.
So he made it twice. Every time he had to go out there, he had to kick it twice. And
So-
he made it all.
So different numbers wound up winning the pool then, huh?
Yeah.
What was the final score? 44-20?
40-22.
40 to
40.
20.
It wasn't
That's
even
good.
that close though. They were the
No.
Eagles were up 40-6. I mean,
And speaking of numbers, any jubilation in this room?
Sad, 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 sad.
didn't go well.
Ken, let's put it this way.
Let's just move on and take a break.
No, let's put it this way. Every year, it's sad because I never win.
Yeah.
All right, we do have to take a break, don't we?
We
Ben?
do. Well, we're already at Toscano's Men's Shop, so we should start with that. Paul, you got any specials today?
Yeah, every day is a special. We'll always have specials here. I'm just here to make friends, not money.
And
So just come in and say, I want to be your friend. That's all you have
nice
to do.
conversation and then walk out.
Oh, amazing. All right. Well, thank you, Paulie. 9 Canal Street, Toscano's Men's Shop.
We do have the shoe special, though. You know that.
Right. Always
That's
have
ongoing.
all the time.
what's the special on the sneakers?
Same thing. Buy the left, get the right free.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Well, last week for the Super Bowl, we were over at Hilltop Cafe. Thank you to Dave over at Hilltop Pods Pizza. You can give them a call, 401-596-9299, 23 Canal Street. And I
His
saw that.
prediction didn't come true.
What was his prediction? I forgot.
It was going to be a fumble.
He did predict there was going to be a fumble. Well, that was a fumble in and of itself, so he was kind of right. If you need your car fixed, head on over to Pat's Auto, 17 Ledward Ave. They're the only place in town that I let touch my cars. 17 Ledward Ave, Pat's Auto. Tell them that Ken Collins sent you. You can also go check out My Whaling City and Filippo Marcioni in New London, My Whaling City Ford and Mazda if you're in the market for a new car. What's up?
I'm going to check him out this week for sure.
All right.
And speaking of Pat, you know the inspection stickers they put on your right-hand corner of the car?
Mm-hmm.
Well, mine, I'm looking at it from the inside. So I'm saying, 10, 25, I got plenty of time. So yesterday I get a thing in the mail, Mr. Collins, your inspection has expired. Right? So I said, that's crazy. I said, it's October. So Dumbo gets out of the car and walks around and looks from the outside. It's 01. So I had to go see Pat. Pat said, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. Got the appointment, so we're going to be all set next week.
And the state of Rhode Island is on top of that now.
And that's one of the inspection stations that you can go to. And Pat does a great job. He gets them in and out, boy. Let me tell you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
As Filippo is another story.
Absolutely. And if you need car insurance,
Trusted Choice agents are in every Rhode Island community. They are your neighbors and friends who deliver the right policy at the right price from America's top insurance companies.
At Woodman C Insurance, we have been serving our clients and our community for over 60 years. By combining the level of personal attention you desire with the expertise you deserve, we develop an insurance portfolio designed to meet the specific needs of your family or business. And when the people who protect us need protecting, they trust Woodman C Insurance. Come put the Woodman C Insurance team to work for you.
Are you looking for a fresh cut in Westerly? Step into Rio's Barber Shop in Granite Plaza. Whether it's a classic trim or a trendy new look, we've got you covered. Experience the perfect cut for every age and style in a friendly and relaxed atmosphere. At Rio's, it's not just a haircut, it's an experience. Visit Rio's Barber Shop in the Granite Plaza in Westerly or give us a call to schedule your appointment at 401-315-2208. Your style, our craft, Rio's Barber Shop.
I am Jim Howe. My practice is focused on representing people injured in car accidents, representing people injured in premises liability, represent people in all walks of life. I say all the time that I represent the underdog, and by the underdog I mean the person who is injured and is facing lawyers that are hired by insurance companies. If you unfortunately find yourself injured in an automobile collision or in any other circumstance where insurance may come into play, think of giving me a call.
Hi, I'm Neil Anthus, owner of Sound Financial Partners. We're a full-service financial planning practice dedicated to optimizing your investment, tax, and cash flow strategies. As fiduciaries, we always keep our advisory clients' best interests in mind when making recommendations. Whether you're preparing for retirement or growing your business, we're here to help you achieve your financial goals. Ready to start your journey to financial success? Visit us at our Wesley office or give us a call at 401-642-4333.
Experience local excellence with Roofright Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roofright specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roofright is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at Dunn's Corners at 224 Post Road, and everybody down here is getting the brand new iPhone 16. We have it here in stock. The best part is right now, if you trade in your old phone, you get it for free. We got deals all weekend, awesome savings. Come on down and see us, 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners, Verizon Wireless Zone. We'll see you soon.
D&V Mechanical specializes in the installation, maintenance, and servicing of Mitsubishi Ductless mini split heat pump systems. We are certified by Mitsubishi as Diamond Elite contractors and factory trained and up to date on the proper procedure of the installation and service of Mitsubishi Ductless heating and air conditioning ductless heat pumps. We assist with the paperwork to reduce much of the stress-related documentation required to get the state rebates and federal tax incentives. We are not a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-nothing company. We are masters of ductless heat pumps. It's what we do, and it's what we know.
Do you want to get your business in front of over 100,000 viewers every month? Advertise with 321 and enjoy the best value in local advertising while supporting free community live streams. Your message will be seen across live high school sports, morning shows, and local events, connecting you directly with engaged audiences, boosting your visibility, growing your brand, and helping us keep these broadcasts accessible to everyone for free. Partner with 321 today and watch your business thrive.
Welcome back to Sports Open Mic. I'm Ken, that's Bill, that's Dan, and Ben, and even Paulie's with us this morning. He's got his own microphone. High school playoffs right on the brink of starting this week, sometimes Wednesday, Tuesday,
Wednesday, the games will be.
And Charahoe
girls, yeah, we ended up with the 12th seed in Division One. So we will take on the 5th seeded Moses Brown Quakers, who we haven't seen this year. Really good basketball team. They got 2 extremely talented players. Both have been playing ever since they were freshmen, starting, having a big impact on their team. We've seen them over the past few seasons.
Just going to say, you've seen them enough.
We have. I was trying to avoid them this year,
Yeah,
but
too
no,
much.
I'm very excited for the matchup. It'll be a great challenge for us. And again, just moving forward, like this will be another great opportunity for these young girls to get into a playoff game at least, right? Get a playoff feel. So then, when we do come back next season, we'll have that playoff experience. Key to the game though is going to be stopping those two. Both Lauren Bousquet, who was the MVP of the state tournament last year, extremely exceptional basketball player, in my opinion, one of the top 3 players in the state. And then point guard Jalen Perez, who does a really good job of setting up the offense for them. She shoots it from the outside a lot better than what she had her freshman year, and she attacks the basket strong. And they have other supplemental pieces that fit well with both of them. And so we'll see what happens. We're gonna try to put the best game plan together and do what we can do. And then for Westerly girls, they ended up with the 4th seed. So congratulations to Coach Mike Reyes, Allison Reyes, and the rest of the Lady Bulldogs. They will take on South Kingstown in their first game. They'll be at home. I don't know when the game's going to be, but they will have a home game. So make sure when that game does come out, you try to get over there and watch them.
South Kingstown you played South Kingstown this week, right?
We were very familiar with South Kingstown. Yes, we ended up playing them 3 times throughout the season. We did play them this week.
I don't think they want to play you anymore.
I guess not. But yeah, for us this week, we were able to go 2-0. The first time we were able to have an undefeated week this season. So that was kind of a good note to end on for the regular season.
Getting
Tuesday,
better as the year goes on.
That's always the goal.
That's what happens with a young team.
That's it. And then Tuesday we were at West Warwick. Great basketball game. They hit a 3 late to tie it. We were up by 3, sent it to overtime. And usually in that situation, right, you would think the home team would win. They got all the momentum on their side. They just hit that big 3 to go into overtime. But I'm so proud of the way the girls responded. They stayed calm. They stayed together, and we were able to pull out a tough overtime win on the road. One that was much needed for us too. And then Thursday we played at South Kingstown. And it's always tough to beat any team 3 times. I don't care who it is. When you're that familiar with an opponent, it's really tough to try to get the job done 3 times. Our girls played very well on the defensive end the entire game for the most part. I thought we could have boxed out a little bit better at points, but our offense really came along in these last 2 games. The ball was moving really well. We were shooting the ball a little bit better because of the ball movement. We were getting more open shots, and the girls executed down the stretch again against South Kingstown. So just being put in those situations, you've seen them kind of grow and be able to stay calm, stay together, and get the job done.
Now, if my memory serves me correctly, and a lot of times it doesn't, that's 4 times you played them and won. You won in the tournament.
Yes.
You beat them in the tournament. Then you played them this year's tournament.
Yep.
And knocked them out of there. And then 2 in the regular season. So that's 4 times now up against no wonder that guy quit.
Well, we'll be right back.
Whatever happened.
No, but they've been close games every single time, and those are the games you want at the end of the day. You don't want any blowouts, and any of those games could have gone either way, and we were fortunate to come out on top in those games. And we'll look to try to do the best that we can on Wednesday night when we travel to Moses Brown, the defending state champion.
Must have been the coach.
Now I heard that the odds-on favorite are that you guys are going to beat the defending state champions.
I wouldn't say we're the betting favorites, but
I heard it. Yeah.
Get a little intel coming from through those headphones.
Yeah.
No, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and you can only take it quarter by quarter, possession by possession. And if our defense can travel and really make sure we get defensive rebounds, we stop them on their first shots, and most importantly, keep them out of transition. I think if we possess the ball enough and take care of the basketball, we'll give ourselves a chance. And that's all you want is, to be within 10, 8 points, maybe when that 4th quarter rolls around.
I believe in you. I believe in you, Dan.
Well, it's not me out there. It's the girls.
It's
always credit to the players because I'm not out there playing. So they go out there and execute, and we'll see how the chips fall.
And they've been so fun to watch this year, and it's been fun to watch them get better and better. And by the way, you can check out, if you want to go back and watch, obviously we don't cover the road games, but if you want to go back and check out the West Warwick win, look up West Warwick High School TV on YouTube. The kids at West Warwick High School do a great job with the video. and I believe it's Johnny Boots and John Parenti on the call. So I know that only because we did the Westerly Middle School girls state championship game this past week for NFHS, and I had to look at what West Warwick High School had. And when I did it, I was like, I know those voices. Hold on, let me call Johnny Boots and see what the lay of the land is up there. But yeah, so I'm sure that you can go to WWHS TV on YouTube and check out the Cheraho girls' big victory.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the West Warwick TV, the high school TV team has been doing that for probably 5-6 years now.
That's awesome. They do a
Covering
great job.
everything.
They do a really great job.
And the Wesley Middle School game.
Westerly Middle School game, the 2-time undefeated state champions. So 2 years in
How
a
about
row,
that, huh?
undefeated state champions. We've gotten to do both of their championship games, which was cool. It was chaos that I had to go produce something for the governor that night, and so we got to where we thought we had somebody that could do everything, and then I was just like, Dave, you're in control of this. I got to go, and I had to go do the other thing, and then turns out we did it for NFHS. So we were the NFHS stream, which was cool, and that's always nice and fun and stuff. And then NFHS allowed us to put it on our YouTube channel for the kids in Westerly. And then Coach Luzzy was there. He usually does the book for the middle school girls, so he called the game for NFHS. And Andrew Fiore, who was there as well, did camera for us, which he had never done. So it all kind of was a mishmash, but it was perfect. Looking back on the game, it was great. And a huge thank you, by the way, to Vinny's Barbershop and Ed French and Son Paving for paying for that game. For us to have the ability to do that championship game for Westerly Middle School.
How impressive is that, right? Not only back to back, but different coach.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
You go from Mike Reyes, who's now the head girls coach at the high school, to now Greg Antorch, who does a really good job. He's coached a lot of travel basketball, been coaching for a while. And his daughter, Macy Antorch, exceptional
I
player.
believe it's Antoch.
I think it's Antorch.
Antorch? There's an
Antorch.
R? Why? I can't.
To Rhode Island.
Luzzy. I'm gonna. Nobody could see me just raise my fist in anger.
But then they have that other Hamlin sister coming up too.
Oh, my goodness, really?
I'm sick of seeing the Hamlins. They're too good.
Wow,
Yeah.
every one of them.
Yeah, when those girls get up to the high school team, that is already. I mean, they caught fire. When I watched the first couple games for Westerly girls high school this year, I thought, okay, they're going to be better than they were last year. They had, they lost 3 big seniors last year. It was really hard to replace Seltzer, Hake, and I believe it's Seltzer. Is Seltzer currently a?
No, she was a senior.
She was a
last
senior.
year. Rafferty's a senior this year.
Okay, Rafferty's a senior. So to replace Riley Peliquin, Sydney Hake, and Hannah Seltzer was tough, and Madison Pellegrino stepped up into her own even more. Obviously, Ella Reyes, phenomenal freshman, and then Nova Woodward, who was a great freshman contributor last year, has just been incredible this year. And then the seniors, Kate Rafferty and man, I'm doing this all off the top of my head right now.
And Juliana Voisinette.
Juliana Voisinette. Thank you. Yeah, I can't wait to see Voisinette on the softball field in the spring as well.
Well, what's so impressive about, what Coach Mike Reyes has got going on over there is that when you watch a Westerly girls game, the entirety of the bench is into the basketball game.
Yeah.
Right? They're all locked in. They're all cheering for each other. And sometimes that does make a big difference in the basketball game, not only for energy-wise for the people that are on the court, but since those players on the bench are in tune to what's going on in the game, when they get into the game, they're going to be ready to go. And then once, someone goes to the bench, it's the same thing, right? There's no pouting. There's no nothing like that because of how they're playing. Maybe they're playing bad. they're still supporting their teammates. So that's a testament to what Coach Mike Reyes and, you know, the rest of the Lady Bulldogs have going on over there.
They remind me of like the 2000 Kurt Warner Rams or the 2001 Kurt Warner, like the greatest show on turf. Like they were like, you watch one of their games and it is like everybody's got their heads up and they're looking down the court the entire time. Like the amount of times in those games that I see a defensive rebound and then a football length pass to the other side where someone is just already waiting to grab it and do and have a fast break. Like that's crazy. It's something that I've watched a lot of other teams and I don't see it anywhere near as often in the other teams. And it's kind of crazy. And I think that that team's only going to get better and better. But one thing that I would love to get your opinion on before you have to go, Dan, is Jacob Aruda, who you know has called all your games this year, said he asked last night if we could cover the Westerly Youth Basketball League finals. He was the coach and they won. Congratulations. But he said, you know, one of the reasons I really want to do this is that the youth basketball rec leagues are sort of dwindling. And he was like, but if you look at the Westerly Girls Rec League, it was crazy 5 years ago. And that's where all of these kids are coming from. So all of these kids that have made a good girls team last year, a great girls team this year, the 2 undefeated middle school teams, it all starts at rec, right? Like it all starts with the youth programs, no matter what the sport is.
100%. Whether that is rec, I think it's a combination of both the rec and the travel programs as well. Westerly, honestly, on both sides, but more specifically on the girls' side, they've had so many great people invested into the youth. And they've been playing a lot of basketball throughout all grades, 4th, 5th, 6th, you know, you name it. They've gotten a lot of experience playing. They've had great coaching. And, you know, those youth coaches are the most important thing to, you know, have a successful program. Because without them, right, when you get them at the high school, if they don't have the fundamentals, you know, the knowledge of the game, it really doesn't mean anything, right? You're behind all those years. So the youth coaches, not only at Westerly, but everywhere, if you want to have a successful program, are really the foundation of success at the high school level.
Well, it really helps you guys as head coaches that you don't have to bother with the fundamentals. They're already prepared to know what you want to do.
Absolutely. It makes
Gotta
a
be a
huge
big
difference once, you know, and we're starting to get that a little bit more at Charahoe as well. We have 2 or 3 travel teams. We started off at 0 when I took over, so that's been a work in progress. But it's really one of the most important things to build a winning culture.
And when you took over as head coach, you were on a youth rec league, right? Because you were 11.
Here he goes with the young jokes again, huh? Oh man, no, I was 21. Thank you, but just about, I guess.
Listen,
there's only a 10-year difference
You
there.
got a birthday coming up now. You got another one?
Actually, you weren't 11 yet.
Well, technically, I'm not going to be 11 for a while.
Yeah.
Technically,
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's all I got for that.
We should also mention the Westerly boys ended up finishing 13th in Division 1. They're going to take on Barrington High School. Don't know the time and date of that game yet, but that's going to be the 4-13 matchup in Division 1. They'll be on the road.
Awesome. Awesome.
Right.
How far away is Barrington?
Depends on traffic, but between 50 minutes and an hour.
Okay. All right. Maybe.
Wheels are turning.
Maybe.
The wheels are turning
Well,
up there.
I'll tell you guys some other stuff off there.
Well, you're going to have to leave us practice.
I got practice. Yep. 9:30 to 11:30. So today we'll start getting ready for Moses Brown, and, you know, we'll hope to have a good practice and get after it.
All right.
Well, thank you, Dan. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you guys, as always. Thank you.
Oh, before you go, show off your sweatshirt.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, camera's right here. You can... 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Yep.
So my sister, Brittany LaBelle, she made sweatshirts for the entirety of the girls basketball program that I purchased for the team, just for all their hard work. And I was able to get Ben one as well, and we were able to put this 3-2-1 logo on there. We also did it for Jacob and Coach Russ as well when they get their sweatshirts. So if you guys are listening, your sweatshirts are ready, hit me up. I'll drop them off to you. But yeah, she did a really good job, right?
That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. That's
Absolutely.
really
Well,
cool.
we wanted to make sure we thank you guys for all that you have done for us, not only with us, but, just all the local sport communities in general, because I remember as a player when, he'd be at the games and calling them, like, it was great. Not only for myself, obviously, because he's my grandpa, but I would hear from my teammates, the other team, how awesome that, someone is broadcasting the game.
Yeah, I don't think people realize that. I know we, as doing them, we just take it for granted. We go there and we sit and do a game for a couple hours. But I've had a lot of responses from coaches and athletic directors saying how much it does mean for these kids that are out there playing to know that the game is going to they'll be able to go home and see it afterwards too.
Yeah.
And I think you're doing a great job, Ben, doing what you're doing.
Well, thank you. It's the whole, it's
the team.
It's the team.
It's Dave and Andrew and Jacob and Russ.
They do a good job.
And Lisa and Greg and Angelo and
don't forget anybody.
Andrew and I said Andrew. There's two Andrews now.
One Andrew, two.
One Andrew, one Andrew, two. I call the other one Fiore. Only I only call him Fiore. I don't know if he knows that. He's very new.
But they all do a good job.
They do. They do a good job. Yeah.
And you can tell if you listen or watch, you can tell when the guy's having fun doing what he's doing.
Absolutely.
Right.
And what I will say as we say goodbye to Dan and before we go to break, if you think that we should cover another school, you can give me a call or text at 401-321-2838. We are officially, for the first time ever, taking inquiries and requests for new schools. So give me a call.
And you still have the one I requested?
The Vegas school?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Does Hazel know you're moving to Vegas?
Oh, we're not moving. We're going back and forth.
Do we have to pay for airfare?
Hey. Part of the package deal.
That's it. Yeah, you want to broadcast in Vegas, got to pay up.
In that case, we're going to need to go to our sponsor.
They got a nice facility. They at the school. Anything we need and want, it's right there for us. And
listen, that's fine, but we got to stop, take a second, and pay the bills. Dan, thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Well, right now we are at Toscano's Men's Shop with Paulie. Paul.
Hi.
Anything you want to plug today? 9 Canal Street, Toscano's Men's Shop. Anything you want to plug?
No.
Underwear by Jockey.
Yeah, we always have underwear by Jockey.
I can show you this if you want. That's what he makes you look like when you come in here to Toscano.
Wow.
Very nice.
Who's that old man?
Very nice.
Isn't that nice, huh?
That's
Wouldn't
a
know.
young Ken Collins.
Paulie did it all.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And last week for the Super Bowl, we were at Hilltop Pods Pizza, 401-596-9299. How was the pizza on Sunday?
Oh, great.
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah.
And also, I did get
Your sausage and potatoes?
yeah, to take to Dan's house and delicious.
Can I just say, how in the world had DJ Gadget never heard of hot dogs and peppers?
That is a $64,000 question. Yeah.
Well, she's fired. Okay, so if you need your car fixed, head on down to Pat's Auto, 17 Ledward Ave, here in Westerly. Tell them Ken sent you. As Ken can attest, Pat's is the only place we take our cars. My Whaling City, you can go check out Filippo Marcioni, My Whaling City Ford and Mazda. Tell them Ken sent you. And if you need car insurance, go to our friends at Woodmansee Insurance, official sponsor here of Sports Open Mic.
Trusted Choice agents are in every Rhode Island community. They are your neighbors and friends who deliver the right policy at the right price from America's top insurance companies.
At Woodmansee Insurance, we have been serving our clients and our community for over 60 years. By combining the level of personal attention you desire with the expertise you deserve, we develop an insurance portfolio designed to meet the specific needs of your family or business. And when the people who protect us need protecting, They trust Woodmansee Insurance. Come put the Woodmansee Insurance team to work for you.
Wood River Health is my home for health.
Wood River Health is a one-stop shop for primary medical care, dental care, behavioral health, and social services. We care for the members of our community because they are our community. I'm Allison Croak, President and CEO of Wood River Health. Since 1976, our health center has provided high-quality, affordable health care to residents of Rhode Island and southeastern Connecticut. We are your neighborhood health center. Let us be your home for health.
Experience local excellence with Roof Right Roofing in Charlestown, Rhode Island. With over 40 years of unmatched expertise, Roof Right specializes in architectural shingles and holds the prestigious title of GAF Master Elite Installers. Known for their commitment to the community and support for local initiatives, Roof Right is your trusted partner for all of your home's roofing needs. Call today for a free estimate at 401-212-4140.
Hi, this is Dan from Lathrop Insurance. In this challenging insurance environment, Lathrop Insurance can be your beacon in the storm to help you find the coverage you need at the right price. Now, more than ever, you need a partner in the insurance industry that can work with multiple carriers to make sure you have the right coverage at the right price. Lathrop Insurance carries home, auto, and business insurance and can be reached at 401-596-2525. We've been supporting the local community since 1939, and we look forward to working with you.
What's going on, everybody? It's Patrick down here at the Wireless Zone at Dunn's Corners at 224 Post Road, and everybody down here is getting the brand new iPhone 16. We have it here in stock. The best part is right now, if you trade in your old phone, you get it for free. We got deals all weekend, awesome savings. Come on down and see us, 224 Post Road, Dunn's Corners, Verizon Wireless Zone. We'll see you soon.
D&V Mechanical specializes in the installation, maintenance, and servicing of Mitsubishi ductless mini-split heat pump systems. We are certified by Mitsubishi as Diamond Elite contractors and factory trained and up to date on the proper procedure of the installation and service of Mitsubishi ductless heating and air conditioning ductless heat pumps. We assist with the paperwork to reduce much of the stress-related documentation required to get the state rebates and federal tax incentives. We are not a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-nothing company. We are masters of ductless heat pumps. It's what we do, and it's what we know.
Hi, I'm Chris Kozłowski, owner of Broadview Florist and Garden Center in Dunn's Corners. For over 40 years, our family-owned business has been your go-to destination for beautiful, custom-made floral arrangements. Whether it's a special event or just to brighten up your day, we create highest quality designs tailored just for you. Trust Broadview Florists to make every moment unforgettable. Visit us today or give us a call at 401-322-0390.
Hi, I'm AJ Truck.
And I'm Jeff Swiderski with AnnieMac Home Mortgage's Momentum Group, your trusted partner in the home buying process.
At AnnieMac, we can strengthen your offer with our innovative program, Cash to Keys, giving you a competitive edge by allowing you to make a cash offer on your new home.
Together, we've helped over 1,000 families move into their dream homes, and we'd love to do the same for you.
Give us a call today at 401-486-0853 to get started.
And welcome back to Sports Open Mic. We're at Toscano's on this Saturday morning. We got some more. What do we got? Snow coming?
Got some snow,
Not much,
some
though, and
sleet,
there's rain,
freezing
right?
rain,
Which is worse.
and then total rain.
Well, we don't have our meteorologist with us this week, so we can't get no updates on the weather right now. But
He'll be all right.
I'll be all right.
No, he'll be all right.
Oh
The
yeah.
meteorologist.
Oh no, he'll never be all right.
Wait a minute. You know, you have to talk to someone else about him too. And,
Yeah.
and she's gonna say,
Yeah, but she's not watching right now. When I show her the program later, I'll fast forward it.
Oh, it's just a shame that the high school season is coming to an end so quick.
Well, Bill, that's because they rush it too much. They
Yeah.
play 3 games 1 week, 2 games the next week, 3 games. Doesn't take long to reel off 15 to 16 games that way.
No, it's just
I know.
You know, and to me,
it's all about it. To me, it's all about they want to just have the tournament.
Yes.
Then put everybody in there. Then.
And we had discussed before we went on about teams that are making the tournament, and I suggested that, you know,
to whom?
To the group that was here talking.
Oh, all right.
And you've even said it.
Did I agree with you?
Well, basically, yes, you did.
Oh, good.
Let's go back to some of the old formats.
Yes.
And let's go back to at least having a winning record going into the playoffs. Is it right that and I don't mean to downgrade anyone's program, but is it right to have a state champion that their record during the season is below 500? There is a possibility that team, get a player back or get hot at the right time, play against some teams that are having off days and get into a state championship game.
But see,
I don't think it's right.
Yeah, I know. And they think that the odds are
astronomical.
Yeah,
it's
that
gonna happen.
that can never happen.
But
it could happen.
It could happen in football, like I had brought up one week. In football, it happened in California. A team went over for the year, got a good stretch of football game going because they automatically made the sectional tournament because everyone made it, and they went on to a state championship game.
Yeah.
It's just I don't think it's right. Number one,
So do they deserve it or not?
No, I don't think they deserve it.
Why not? They won. What's the difference?
They should have never been in that situation.
Why not? Who says so? If they were allowed to go in it and they went in 0-5 or 0-100 and they won the whole thing, kudos to them. So there, Bill.
Everybody that was in that had the same opportunity, is what you're saying.
Paul, you want to go sit?
They had a streak of bad luck. Maybe they had the whooping cough that year. The team had the whooping cough.
Go sit where Dan was.
What's the difference where I sit?
Then you can be on camera.
Oh, well, then it's even more reason not to sit
Come
there.
on over here.
I might get a customer if
I
we
will-
get lucky.
Will you get a
All right,
customer?
anyways,
Yeah.
why don't we go now to the Red Sox and
All right, come
talk
on over
about
here,
that
we'll go
guy?
to-
That
The Red
whatever
Sox-
his name is. I'll
the
never
Red Sox
forget
are
what's
over
his
here.
name.
Bergman.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Red Sox are over here. Come on.
I think.
Wait a minute now. Take your time. We get.
All right, Paulie's.
Don't trip over the.
While Paulie moves over.
If he does, you could trip.
Okay.
All right, Red Sox.
All right, here we go.
Anything about it.
Oh, Bregman did.
Stop following baseball.
Well, Bregman.
Louis.
Wait a minute. No, you're not.
Yes.
Wait, Paulie. That has a switch on it.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that what it's don't work without the switch?
Yeah.
Oh, how's that now? Works good now. Works better like now. Okay. Well, you didn't miss much when I was talking,
So they
don't
picked
worry
up.
about it.
They picked up Alex Bregman.
Right, which I know absolutely nothing
He's
about.
a good player, really good player. But he's going to
Why
play.
did he go to the Red Sox then?
For
Well,
40
no, he
million
may
a
not
year.
be.
Is he a good player? Is he worth $40 million a year?
I don't think anyone's worth $40 million a year.
I think I'm worth $40 million a year.
I'm not even.
Well,
Bill, if I was worth $40 million a year,
Well.
I'd give you some.
Okay.
That's what the Dodgers do. They're not afraid to spend money. And who's going to beat them this year? I'd like to know.
It's like
Alex
everybody that
Bergman
comes
on the Red
down the
Sox.
line, the Dodgers are in. The Dodgers are in. It's not like, well, the Dodgers are not going to bother with this guy. No, no.
No, they go
They'll
after
be
him.
there.
Right. It's unbelievable.
It is. It really is. So this Bregman guy has
Right.
played third base
Russ, I'm just going to say to you.
all his life, and now he's going to play second base for the Red Sox.
You think that's a good idea to change a guy from one position to the other
Well,
after he's played it for
and,
so long?
And he's a good
third base.
third baseman.
Which Davis is not.
Exactly.
Why don't he play second base?
Why don't he be DH?
Right, that too.
Well, that is a situation that could happen. Bregman, he was drafted as a middle infielder.
By the Red Sox, by
the
way.
Red Sox when he was in high
I
school.
remember that.
He went to college. He was a shortstop. Minor leagues, he was a shortstop. His 1 or 2 years in the minors. He came up because Carrera was at shortstop. He moved to third base. He has the ability to play a middle infield. And he
No, hold on. Shortstop and second base are different. When you're playing shortstop and move to third base, the ball's coming off the same way. You're on the same side of the
Correct.
infield.
Correct.
Second base is a lot more involved. Double plays.
Yes.
Ball coming off the bat the
Yes.
opposite way.
Yes.
So don't say it's easy for him.
I
to
didn't
do
say
that.
it was easy. I just said he has the ability.
Oh, everybody has the ability to a certain point, but what good is it?
Not me.
No. Ben said he can't move to second.
But he had played a couple of games in the majors at second. That doesn't mean he's a second baseman. But they
What are you getting to?
I'm just saying they took him with the telling everyone, well, he's going to play second. For me, I'd like to see him at third.
Of course.
All right. But he's also an insurance in case the shortstop, who has been very injury prone, he could play short if he had to.
I think he'd be a better shortstop than a second baseman, yes. But I think that Devers is the one that should be
move.
the designated hitter.
Or go to first base.
Right, because he definitely is not a good third baseman.
No,
Devers.
he isn't. He isn't. And
Even though he's been getting better,
Better,
he's still middle of the road.
Right.
Still
But-
leads the majors in errors.
But the problem is that they're going to cater to him. They got to, I guess. So, but who's going to be the DH?
Mo Vaughn.
I wish they
David Ortiz. Isn't David Ortiz?
Could bring David back.
To be the DH, I mean,
He must have a kid now that could probably.
Well, his kid is in the minors.
Yeah, see.
David's son did get drafted.
All right, who did DH?
Well, right now it's
I'll never forget what's his name.
no.
Yeah.
The problem is pronouncing his name. It's the guy.
Oh.
It's the guy from Japan.
Oh, Mitsuhati Okatai.
Yoshida?
Yeah, Yoshida.
He's going to play first?
No, DH.
Oh, DH.
He right now he's listed as DH. He's coming off surgery, so you might not see him in the beginning. He's saying he may be ready for opening day. I still think Boston's got to lose him somehow, trade him, and even pay for some of his salary.
Yeah, they misread him. They thought he was going to be
Outfielder.
an outfielder, and he can't play the outfield. So now,
How did that happen?
yeah, I don't know. You
Poor
pay all that
scouting.
money.
I guess so.
So you're right. Why don't you just
Eat his
move
contract.
him down the road?
Well,
Put Devers in the DH spot. Bregman can play third like he's supposed
Yep.
to be. And
Cassis
and
at first.
definitely Devers would be a great.
And who's going to play second?
There's Campbell who's coming up. He's going to be a rookie. They project him to be outstanding.
But they got that other guy too, don't they?
They have Hamilton, who
Alexander, guy on the 20.
Alexander.
Oh, on the 10. Yeah, you would know.
hey, I like getting changed for him better.
Yeah, you know all about that, don't you? You know all about them
Wally.
dead presidents, don't you?
he wasn't a president.
Yeah. What was he? He was like Musk.
He was an immigrant who.
Well,
anyway.
So's Musk.
we're not getting into politics.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
No politics. No politics.
all right.
Sorry, I thought Alexander Hamilton was a decent. Like that's where we stop with politics.
Boston still has Grissom, who could be a good
He's a,
second baseman.
he's a.
But they were looking to, in all the trades, either get rid of Casas or Casas and Yoshida. They've been trying to get rid of him, but no one wants to pick up, number one, his salary, and number two, he's coming off an injury. So they don't know how well he's going to be able to swing the bat. And
You ever see just bite the bullet and move on?
yes, I've seen it before.
Oh,
from
who's
other
that
teams.
guy that plays center field and plays shortstop?
Raphael.
Yeah. Where's he playing?
He right now they have him listed
He's a
in
great
center field.
He can play second base.
They have him listed at center field.
What happened to him? The center fielder.
He's going to be in left field. Duran's going to be in left because right now they don't have O'Neill who went free agent.
How? Get back to Yoshida. How can you spend all that money for a player from Japan and he can't play the outfield? And that's what you got him for, don't they? Can't they figure that out ahead of time?
Well, I think they thought he was going to have more power than what he's got. Number one, he wasn't going to be a full-time outfielder. He would have been a platoon outfielder with someone like O'Neill. They don't think
left him there then.
They don't think he could play every day in the outfield. His arm is not strong enough.
I don't understand some of that stuff.
Right, that's good scouting.
Yeah, I mean, you pay pretty good money. To get,
they paid real good money for him.
Wow.
Not knowing that. I mean, if you know that he can't play full time,
and
move on.
And he still got, I think, 2 more years after this season on his contract.
What do they pay him a year?
It's 20 something
million.
Yeah.
Or yen.
20 million, and
wow.
He can't play.
Can't play the outfield. They drafted him as an outfielder, and he can't play the outfield.
But
I'll go out there for 20 million.
Like you said, put Bergman at third base.
Yes.
And either put Devers at first and have Cassis DH, or just move Devers to a DH.
Well, of course, if you're going to do that, Costas is a first baseman.
Yes.
So why do you mess up 2 guys?
Well, just
Devers can hit.
Yeah, just to keep him happy.
No,
in
no.
the field.
Never mind happy. They get enough yen and money to make them happy. Let's just put them where they belong. If Costas is the first baseman, why do you want to move him to a DH?
And I say that because bring in Campbell or Grissom to play second base, where it's not going to cost them a lot of money, and both have big upside, especially Campbell. Campbell's supposed to be rated he's number 2 as a top prospect in the Red Sox organization.
What was Yoshida when he was in Japan?
He was left out. But I would let one of those
Forget number 2 and all that. Grissom is probably the guy. He's a major league player.
He has played, but he's injury prone right now. But
how do you know he's injury prone?
He missed all of last season
every day.
Yeah,
he was hurt.
He played it before that. He
played for the Braves, and he got hurt with the Braves too.
Okay.
So
I get hurt a lot.
So the story, and I think there's another reason why.
Well, that's another error that they made when they signed him.
Yes.
They knew
they make more errors than Devers.
Sure. There you go. They'll never win the Gold Glove.
I think I would let Campbell play second base personally. Give him the job until he can't perform it.
He hasn't played yet, has he?
He is probably one of the best prospects Boston has seen. And
asked you if he played any Major League Baseball.
No, he hasn't.
Okay.
But Pedroia didn't either. And look how he came out. Top line prospect.
Are you saying he's a second coming of Pedroia?
Everyone in baseball is looking at him as the next Baez.
No, you.
I think he could be. I've seen him play. He can hit and he can hit with power.
So you say
he can run. I think he could be the next Pedroia.
Okay.
For the Red Sox.
Got that on tape.
He could be.
We do.
He could flop.
Live and living color.
Position? Was he play?
Second base.
He's a middle infielder. He could play second, short, or third.
Well, they got plenty of people that can play short.
Yes.
Raphael is a good
And-
shortstop.
But
Leave Story still on the team.
But-
Where's he play?
Shortstop.
He's the regular shortstop.
Yep.
Okay. You're not going to move him around like you wanted him, because he'll get mad again.
Oh,
That
yeah.
guy.
And get hurt again.
Yeah, Devers is going to get mad too.
Devers is going to get mad.
When you join them, become a Major League Baseball player, what's your biggest goal? Make the Hall of Fame, right?
My biggest goal is to win the title first.
Yeah, well, that's why you're not in the major leagues. But anyways,
Yeah, that's true.
they want to. So, and there's always that theory that DHs are not going to make it. Ortiz was an exception.
Yep.
But
You're right.
so that's why he's going to balk at being
Yeah,
a DH,
no
because
doubt.
he's going to say it's going to keep him out of the Hall of Fame, right? Just
That's-
like kickers in football. No, that guy didn't get what?
Punters. There's only one punter in.
No, I'm talking about the kicker. What's his name? Vinatieri.
Yeah.
That guy shouldn't make the Hall of Fame.
Should.
The games he won, kicked a
Oh,
field goal in the blizzard. You couldn't even see your line, and he kicks a field goal, wins.
Win
How
the
many
game.
times did he win games? And he didn't make it because he's a kicker.
Is he eligible yet?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's going to be. He's going to go in.
Oh yeah.
He's going to go in next year.
Yeah,
But he should have went in this year. The guy's great.
Yeah, I don't know if he was eligible or not.
He what? What do you mean if
had
he
to
was
be.
eligible?
He's been out quite a while now.
You got to be out for so many years.
Yeah.
No, he was one of those guys on the list there that was
Yeah.
So he was eligible.
Yeah,
right.
had to
That's what
be.
I said. And he didn't make it because they said because he's a kicker. Don't make sense. It's a
But you're
different-
right. Using that comparison with
different
DH.
position.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's
Okay.
true. I never thought about that with Devers.
Right.
And he
That's the
probably
only
would
that's
think
the
that.
only beef he's gonna have.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise he should be thrilled. He won't have to get out there trying to get
I
those
know,
crowd
really.
balls.
But I think if he puts the numbers up that he's been doing,
Right.
he
Well,
would.
if Ortiz could make it, he can certainly make it too.
But
But
you
you never know how the
Yeah.
writers are going to vote.
and you never know how,
Right.
how you're going
Won't
to
vote for
react.
Pete Rose. That guy should have been in it.
Oh, definitely.
Well,
Absolutely.
he would be if it wasn't that he was banned.
Well, hey.
And I think with the passing of the commissioner that banned him, he may be.
Oh, is he
eligible.
still eligible? He can't. They
He's
can't.
not eligible yet because
Who,
of,
Pete Rose?
You got to unban him.
he's banned from Major League Baseball.
I understand that,
So-
but I mean, if
So
you're
he's
out
not-
so many years, it doesn't matter. There's no limitation. You can be retired for 100 years and still have a shot at getting in.
But he was never eligible on the list
Oh, I see what you're
because he was
saying.
banned.
Okay, all right, I got you.
Now,
So they got to unban him.
once they unban him, he
Yeah,
will,
unban him.
They gotta
he
ban him.
will,
Be
he will-
eligible.
he will be eligible.
You think he might make it?
He should.
He should. Is right.
What about Bonds?
Barry, Big Head Bonds.
To me,
Changed
anyone.
his hat size. He took so many drugs.
Yeah, but everyone. he would have been a Hall of Famer before all that
Right.
because he had the stats to back that up. My feeling, and we've talked about this a lot, Ken. If you were one of the best in your era, you belong in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
I don't care if you did this, that, or the other,
Right.
because it's your era. Were you the best player in your era? Everyone had the ability to do what he did. Some of them didn't do it
Right.
because they thought it was bad. But in every era, people did things that were banned that were never brought up.
You can't tell me that there's not ball players in the Hall of Fame that didn't do drugs.
No,
And I'm not just talking steroids.
Right. Drugs. I said drugs.
Yes.
Yeah, you have
So,
guys doing it
I mean,
now. And
Not
they're in
that
the
not
Major
that
League.
you want to admire Barry Bonds for what he did, but
He was one of the best in his era.
right. Just
How many
like
g-
Pete Rose.
How
yeah.
many guys were intentionally walked with the bases loaded?
How many?
How many?
And what?
One.
A year? Oh,
One.
People, yeah.
Ooh, just
And-
one?
And
Just
get
one.
back,
Whoa.
getting back to Rose. I mean, he was Mr. Baseball. I mean,
Nobody
he
hustles
did
like
everything.
him.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
he'd walk and he'd run to first base. These guys here,
Right.
I'm surprised Major League Baseball is allowing the Reds to put his number on their shirts for the year in memorial,
Right.
And a memorial towards Pete Rose.
Well, at some point, you're like, how much are we going to punish this guy?
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
And at this point, also, like, put him in the Hall of Fame. He's dead. He's dead at this point. Like, like I feel like the punishment has been served. He didn't get to celebrate it, but he belongs there.
Yeah, he belongs there, definitely. And I say you put him in when they can appreciate it. He's gone now. He'll never be able to appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, I agree. He should have been. No. I would have, like, I was 8 years old. Like, you put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. No, I can't.
How come you talking like that?
Because I was 8 years old.
Hey,
I was
you talked
8.
like that when you were 8?
I did, yeah. Oh. I actually talked like this until I was about 16. It was a genetic thing.
You think you think this is just a clothing store? This is an entertainment center.
Oh yeah. This is the entertainment portion of Toscano.
That's right. What you see is what you get.
All right.
Okay, go ahead, Bill.
So
the floor is
so,
yours.
So Boston has to find out who's going to play.
Who's playing right field?
Who's on first?
The right fielder from last year. I think the outfield is all set. Right
Who is
now.
it? I don't remember.
No, who is on first?
Arabo?
What's on second?
Oh, yeah.
Abreu.
He's a good player.
Yes. I thought all winter he was going to be the guy traded because for the money he makes, because he's only going to be
Trade
second.
the other guy, Yoshida. Get rid of him.
No one wants to take him.
Pay the money, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Just release him.
That's
They've done that
Engelbert song.
They've done that before.
Release me.
Please release me. Let me go.
There you go.
Now I think Boston's pitching is
Be
a
doing
lot
him a
better.
favor, probably.
That's right.
They just have to worry about the back end of the bullpen if Hendricks is going to be ready to close. They do have Chapman. They do have a couple other.
They got a good catcher. The Red
That's what I
Sox.
just gonna ask.
Wong.
Wong Tong Soup. What do you do? Wong. That's his name?
Yes.
Wong.
He was last year's catcher.
White or Wong? Which
Yes,
is it?
Yes. So I think.
What is he? Chinese or Japanese? Really?
Uh,
Chinese or Japanese players don't become catchers.
He's been the catcher for the last couple of years.
Wait.
It's an
Hold on.
exception.
What do you mean they don't become catchers? There's an entire league in Japan. They got to have catchers.
Yeah, but they're
You
not
think they
any good.
import
They
all
never
of their-
come to America.
You think they?
Any good?
They
Well, I
don't
think
have
it's
enough
just
good catchers. to bring 'em.
they don't have good.
Right,
Well,
right.
I think that's.
That's what I meant.
I don't
Thank
think
you.
that's the
You're
case. I just
There
think
it
that we haven't.
is.
I just
Yeah,
think that we haven't
that's
seen
not
them.
their position.
he's
They're
one of
too
the-
small and fragile. For
He's
one
one
thing.
of the guys that came in the Mookie Betts deal.
Oh, he came from the Dodgers.
He
Dodgers.
came from the
Right.
Dodgers.
Okay.
The
Well,
first part
And
of
is he
the,
good?
Yeah. Last year he hit well.
Really? Oh,
All right. So
okay.
Boston has, I think, upgraded their bullpen. The starters, they definitely upgraded once they got a couple of a trade and a signing.
No, you like that guy now. The
What,
guy,
Chapman?
yeah, you like him now.
I didn't say I liked him. They picked him up, and he is an upgrade over
He
what
is?
Boston had. I think
He wasn't an upgrade a few times I've seen him.
his strikeout percentage. His problem is he will walk the bases loaded before
Yeah.
he strikes them.
He
all
tried to
out.
throw a 115-mile-an-hour fastball by Devin.
I
Where'd that end up?
I think Boston.
Where Gary runs the race.
Yes.
That's
Right.
right.
Yawkey way.
I think Boston messed up by not re-signing Martin.
Who?
Martin as the
Dean Martin?
yes.
Dead, isn't he?
as yes he is.
Don't tell them.
Oh,
They offered him $40 million a year
what, to sing or drink?
To-
to play third,
he-
maybe.
he-
Everybody.
He was their eighth inning
Buddy.
man, and he was good.
Who?
Martin.
I don't know, Martin.
Well, it's not Dean, but he signed. He wound up signing with the Rangers. So I think Boston did
the hockey
upgrade.
team?
No, the Texas Rangers.
Oh,
I think they upgraded their pitching on both sides. The question mark is who is Hendricks going to be the Hendricks of old to be the closer? And how many man rotation are they going to go? Are they going to go with a 5-man? They're talking about a 6-man rotation. You go with a 6-man rotation, you got less guys in the bullpen. And the way they do everything now is if you only get 5 innings out of a starter, you need more than 6 guys in the bullpen.
Yeah, you can't do it either way. They won't like that, the pitchers.
No.
Okay, now with all these rule changes,
Mhm.
has the game sped up any? Or
Yes,
is it
the game is definitely sped up.
a lot better or just a little bit sped up?
I think
Because
it's about
slow play is getting to be a big thing in sports. You see the golfers now; they're finally learning.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, they're on the clock for
Right,
the swings.
exactly.
Well, I think
But should be is right.
I think they've gone at least 20 or 25 minutes off a game.
Really?
Yeah.
That much?
Yeah.
Well, I might have to start watching again.
And
I didn't think it was that much. Yeah, really?
yeah, because they're
Wow.
under 3 hours now.
Whoa. Okay.
And I think
Thanks for coming.
I think a couple of the other rule changes they have to get rid of, like the extra innings, putting
Putting the guy on second base.
Yeah,
That's
the
ridiculous.
I hate
the
that.
Canadian
I don't
rules.
like it.
I think they got to get rid of that, and I think they have to make an adjustment on the reliever coming in and have to throw it to 3 batters.
But that's going to make the game longer again.
That may.
Well, it's got to.
I know it's got to.
If
What
you
is
change-
that?
No,
I never heard of
I-
that. What are you saying? When the reliever?
When a reliever comes in,
You have
Right.
to face 3 guys.
he has to face 3 guys or end an inning. He comes in, he gets an out, the inning's over. He does not have to face 3 guys. If he comes in,
Yeah, we know that.
that
He
kills-
comes in- I don't. I
Oh, you
don't.
don't
Go
know
ahead.
it?
No,
that
I didn't know
kills the
that.
specialist.
He's got to hit 3.
Okay, so he comes in and
He comes in the 7th inning and there's
Right.
no outs.
right.
he's got to face 3
Got to
batters.
face at least 3 batters.
And what happens if he doesn't?
He has to.
Really?
Yeah.
Even if those 3 batters hit a home run.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
Even if he
Who
blows
made
out his
that
arm.
rule?
Well, if
That's
blows out his
one
arm.
of the
it's
rules.
different.
No. He needs Tommy John
Well,
surgery.
what brilliant
then they
guy
can
came up with
continue
that
the game.
idea?
They've had that
All
for
right,
the last 2 years.
Really?
So if they change that,
How about when the reliever comes in? Does he have to throw so many warm-up pitches like they used to?
Yeah, you still get 8 warm-ups.
You still have to do that,
But
which I thought was ridiculous.
but it's timed.
but Bill, if they do what you're saying and change that back,
I don't say change it all the way back. Face at least 2, but I don't think 3.
either have it or don't have it.
But what I don't understand. What's the logic of that you have to face 3?
Because they were getting into a situation where
Length of the game.
length of the game that you would bring in the lefty
Oh, and
to
then change to
face,
the righty and
then change to the
trying
righty,
to
and then
eliminate
change
that.
to the back to
Okay.
a lefty.
All right. Yeah. All right.
So if that's the case, if you go back to it, it's still going to lengthen the game.
And may
No, it's got to. There's going to be some games that a guy will come in, start an inning, and it's a left-hander, right-hander. Okay, pitch to him. Now we'll bring the next
well
guy. in.
that's why I say
But-
what do it to 2 batters. Don't do it to 3 batters.
Why don't you just do it the way they're doing it? I mean, why do you have to mess with? Okay, it's 3, but we'll make it 2, and you waste another year.
Oh, it's just some way to do it. I
That's the
think
way to do it.
I think Major League Baseball is still going to be thinking, and I think they're going to be using it during the spring training with the automated umpires this year. I don't like that at all.
Wow.
Because you cannot get a consistent strike zone because the automated system does not adjust for the batter. It's one spot
Why?
because that's where they have it, and
They
and
can't do it so that it's just for the better.
no, because it's so many different angles, every time a batter comes in, it's got to readjust, and they feel
Getting too
that-
technical this game.
Yeah.
They do it in the show.
And without the umpires out, that's part of the game.
Right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, because coming into the game, this guy likes the outside pitch. I can't take it. I gotta swing for
But
that.
not even that.
Who are we going to argue
it's just
with?
that
Who's going to throw us out?
Yeah, it's just part of the game to have them out there.
Correct.
You know, people go there they like to see arguments once in a while.
I do. That's why I go.
That's right. Hockey existed on fighting.
Yeah.
But they took a lot of that out.
Yeah, and that's
then
why
if they-
the ratings gone down.
Then if they do away with that extra runner, that's going to lengthen the game back again. If they're trying to shorten it,
Will it lengthen?
it's got to, Bill.
Make games 8 innings. There you go. That'll
They can
knock
do
that. There you go. And you'll shorten that game
Well,
up.
go to 7 then.
Yeah, good in high school,
Yeah.
right?
Is there any way to shorten the high school game? Because
Yes, there is. It's called the mercy rule.
They're the longest. They're the longest games that we cover. Sometimes.
Because they're the only game without a clock.
Yes. Yep.
That baseball can be
Baseball
boring.
can be long. I love baseball. Baseball might be my favorite sport, but
They don't have a
it can be
clock.
long.
It's the only game that doesn't have a clock.
Oh, baseball?
Yes.
Oh,
Pitch clock.
Not in high school.
No,
Well,
not nice.
well, technically there is there's supposed to be you can't take all day to throw a pitch.
We had a couple mercy games last year when we were doing it for the Bulldogs. The Eclipse game, when we had an eclipse last spring, they eclipsed Burrillville pretty bad. I think it was like I'm making this up, but I think it was like 22-0.
Yeah, the mercy rule has sped up the game, but I don't. It sped it up, but it hasn't, because there are some teams that will they'll race to get to that 10 and then just step on it.
Yeah.
So they know they're getting out there. Where
What do you mean?
and in the past, if you're up by 6-7 runs, you used to put in your substitutes.
Yeah.
Now they will keep their starters in until they get that mercy.
Yep.
And to get out of there. The guys from the bench don't play. When I coached baseball, I used to like to get
Yeah, but wouldn't you do that anyhow?
a lot of teams.
Until you figure you won the game?
Well, a lot of teams won't do that. They will keep their starters in.
That's what I mean. Wouldn't you?
Well, what is the mercy rule? Mercy rule is after like 4 innings, right?
Yeah.
Five.
5 innings.
Well, 4.5 if the home team's winning.
Yeah. So, okay. So, I mean, if you're the home team and you're up by 9 in the 4th inning, if you don't get it, okay, you know, put in the subs going into the 5th. But if you're, why wouldn't you just try to do
A
it?
lot of teams won't put. I've seen it umpiring games. A lot of teams won't put their subs in to get them some varsity experience because they want to
Get the game over with. Get a
15,
win.
16 runs.
By the way, is baseball, and I have my shirt on now.
Yes.
Thank you, Dan. Is and Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. Is baseball? I know in the majors you can't do this, but in baseball, can you sub somebody out and then bring them back in?
Yes, there is a substitution rule.
So then, you know, bring them in for a hit and or on defense or whatever. Like, so there is a substitution rule. You can come back in.
Yes, a starter may re-enter once a game.
Never mind. All right. So you can't have somebody be your third baseman in the hitting lineup, but the third baseman is a JV guy on the.
Well, I'm the starting third baseman.
Yeah.
I want to put you in to hit. You're a JV third baseman.
Yeah.
You go in to hit. I can put the starter back in. I can go back in for you.
Right.
You can do that. But
How
once.
many? Just once. That's what I'm saying. You can't go like, all right, for the next 3 innings, we're gonna have our starter hit, but we're gonna have the JV guy play
No.
third.
You mentioned the shirts and
Yes.
Dan and
Yes.
Brittany.
Yes.
You mentioned Mid-State Heating and Cooling.
Let's go.
That's part of that that whole family thing. So, and Brittany does that work right at home. Does a good job, doesn't she? Look at that 3-2-1 thing there.
Great.
It's great. Good job, Brett. All right.
All right.
Yes, Bill.
Getting
Go
back
ahead.
to Major League Baseball.
Do I have to get Paul back to help me?
Oh, you
Come
might.
on, Paul.
Because there's a situation right now, and our friend Lewis would be yelling at me because I'm bringing this up.
Okay.
But Stroman for the Yankees.
Yeah, he does that.
I will not go in the bullpen.
Right.
Wait a
I'm a
minute.
starter.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
You signed a contract to play with the New York Yankees. And if they say you're going in the bullpen, whether you're happy or not, you go to the bullpen.
That's right. That's ridiculous.
What? How are you dictating? I am not a bullpen. I am a starter. I am starting.
Well, I'm sure a lot of them have done that. I'm not saying it's right. You're a member of this team.
That's right. Play where you're told.
Yeah.
Look at some of the great Dennis Eckersley, starter, closer. Derek Lowe did a great job for the Red
But
Sox.
a lot of those went willingly.
I'm only going to name Red Sox players, by the way. Tim Wakefield.
That's right.
They went willingly.
Tom Gordon was a starter, and then
Well, he also pitched for the Yankees, too.
Red Sox. Okay.
Red Sox.
Hey,
When
we're talking Major League Baseball, there are Red Sox fans, there are Yankee fans, and there are people that
And then there are intelligent people.
live with Yankee fans that have to accept it. No?
Yeah, whatever you say, Bill.
Hazel's a Yankees fan.
Yes.
I knew that from the first time that we did this, but Jackie is also a Yankees fan. So we got that. But you're a Red Sox fan, Ken?
Well,
you can just give me a notion. Don't say it. Just give me a notion. You a Red Sox fan, Ken? Yeah. All right. So we got the same dynamic going on.
We do have that on tape.
Yes.
Yeah, she'll probably see it too.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
And several seeing other things, but she sees the thing she wants to. I'll really get nailed when I go home now. She will not see this version of Sports Open Mic. All right,
Delete
what about
that tape.
Stroman?
I just think him spurting off like that.
Right.
Just go there,
What's he gonna do?
perform your best, and if you're not good enough to be one of their starters, then you go to the bullpen.
What are the Yankees? How do they react to that?
They're trying to get rid of him.
All right, but if they don't, is he going to start or is he going to relieve?
I think he's going in the bullpen, unless someone gets injured, where they're going to have to bring in another starter. I don't see him being a Yankee starter. Number one, the Yankees didn't have any confidence in
He's been
him.
a starter all his life, hasn't
Yes, but they didn't have any confidence going into the playoffs because they took him out of the starting. They left him off the playoff roster. So, if they have no confidence in him,
That's right. Shouldn't be on the team.
but they signed him to big money.
Send him to the Red Sox.
Yeah, there you go. He can do what he wants with them.
That's true. And they'll give
I
him
wouldn't take
$40
him.
million.
No, I don't think he'd give him $40 million because the Red Sox,
They might give him, yeah, Dodgers will.
Dodgers will give anyone anything.
Exactly.
I
Plus-
actually just signed a contract with the Dodgers. This is my last week on
Plus-
Sports Open Mic.
Plus, the Dodgers are talking about like a 7-man rotation. I mean, they have a stockpile that's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
7-man rotation would be great. You get to start every 2 weeks. it's nice.
Go on vacation
Yeah.
in between.
Because they just signed Kershaw again. He's got almost like a lifetime contract, something like Wakefield had with the Red Sox.
All right, when did they report?
Pitches and catches for everyone already reported.
Half of them won't.
Is that where Lou is?
No. unfortunately. The rest of the teams have their players reporting either Monday or Tuesday, all their positional players. And I think by Thursday or Friday, they will start playing minor league baseball. Actually, college baseball started yesterday. Games have already started.
And you got the Daytona 500 coming up.
Big race.
This week, Sunday. I think I saw where it's 1:30 start.
Well,
they moved the time, I think, because of weather. Either that or I dreamt it, one or the other.
Yeah,
That could
you
be
dream
true.
a lot.
Yeah.
Daytona 500 is at 2:30 tomorrow. 2:30 p.m.
They changed it again?
That's what Google tells me.
All right.
Who cares?
Racing fans.
There's a lot of the NASCAR fans. But
Oh,
yeah,
I'm not
no,
one
you're
of
right. You're right.
I had a meeting with NASCAR last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
What, you talked to the cars?
I did.
Well,
I
Who'd
did.
you talk to? Ford or Chevrolet?
We're gonna do some
Toyota
video of
too now,
over
there.
Waterford Speedball.
No, at we had. I mean, this is like I don't know why I'm saying this because we didn't get it, but we got tapped to do some stuff over at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, Mount Monadnock. I didn't say that right. But it's not gonna happen, guys. It's not gonna happen. But it was nice to take the meeting. It was cool to take the meeting. They wanted someone with they really liked us. They just wanted somebody with racing experience. I didn't know that the meeting was happening until about 20 minutes before it happened. But someone suggested they were looking for people to live stream, and they called 321.
Really?
Yeah. So it was very weird. I was like. Pat, my business partner, was like, "Hey, I need you on a meeting in 15 minutes." I was like, "Okay, cool. Who's it with?" He was like, "NASCAR." I was like, "What?"
and we have one of our sponsors is a big race car fan. Pat.
Already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he used to. Well, I don't know if he's still doing it, but he used to go down to Jersey for races.
It wasn't with NASCAR. He was the guys that just go straight down the
Formula One? Is that
175
Like
miles.
Tasca.
Yeah.
Like Robbie Tasca.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's it. You're welcome.
So that's quite a sport too.
Are they athletes?
Well,
yes.
Yeah, they gotta be.
Why they gotta
You
be
know how long
athletes?
you
They
gotta
just
sit in
sit
that
behind
car
the
and
wheel.
not pee?
Yeah,
Well,
You got to be agile to get out of that car.
this is the only sport where they have their sort of World Series first.
Yeah.
what's that got to do with whether they're athletes or not?
I'll just throw that in there.
Oh, okay.
Are bowlers athletes?
Yes.
What about people that play pool professionally?
Yeah.
Are they athletes?
They're athlete supporters.
You open up the app
That's what I got.
and billiards is in there for a sport.
Yes.
That's just like in high school. In high school now, in Rhode Island, you have esports,
Are esports athletes?
What's esports?
electronic
Video games.
video games.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
They have a state
my
championships.
goodness. Ah,
Yep.
jeepers.
Yep.
That's not a good thing. Getting too much of that stuff. Cell phones and come on.
Practice anywhere.
You know, people are watching us on their cell phones right now, Paulie, right?
So this is a time now where it's sort of like a lull before baseball starts.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't care about NASCAR.
Basketball is
Basketball.
on their break for the All-Stars. Hockey will be pretty
And
soon.
basketball, you just got to watch the last couple of minutes
Right.
of the game.
Right. That's all.
Right.
Right.
You going back this year to any games?
Yeah. If I can get a loan.
Yeah, you need one. Don't
Yeah,
you?
you ain't kidding. Ridiculous.
It's amazing.
That's why that guy gets 40 million. Huh? What do you think? You think the owners pay that?
Just imagine how much it costs.
How about the Super Bowl?
What about it?
What about it? What's the ticket cost for the Super Bowl?
$4,000.
Right.
Did
you see any empty seats there?
No.
No, a lot of them are corporate too.
No, I understand that,
Well,
but somebody paid
hey,
the 4,000.
Paulie, did you see they were selling a salad for $100 at the Super Bowl.
That's about right. Yeah,
What a
$100.
hamburger costs.
That's how much per tomato.
It's unreal, isn't it? The
Yeah,
amount
it's
of money.
ridiculous.
When you really think about it.
It's ridiculous.
You take a wife, husband, wife, and 2 kids just to see the Red Sox play.
Right, exactly. It's crazy.
And
It'd be a week's pay.
And what if you get a suite?
Sweet.
A
Sweet on
suite.
you.
No, those are still, even in the minor leagues, they're not cheap. I remember we went to Norwich, we went to Pawtucket in those corporate suites, and you've got to buy a 6-pack of soda or a 6-pack of adult beverage. You just don't buy one. You got to buy a tray of hot dogs.
You have to buy the left shoe, but you do get the right one free.
Yeah. But you don't have to.
No, you don't have to.
Right.
But I'm just saying, if
I mean, they provide you with
service
and then food. They do give you some food.
Yeah, they do give.
To be fair.
Yes.
But if you want to buy extra, then obviously you got to pay for it. I thought they did a pretty good job.
Yeah,
though. You're talking about McCoy and Dodge Stadium.
And they were nice seats. At McCoy, they were field level. At Dodd, they were up. And
I miss McCoy.
Throughout the first ball over there.
Who did? Was it a strike?
I got his own plate.
Oh, the catcher
Might have
was
been
able to catch it?
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
I said, please, just let me get it to the catcher. Somehow. That was a good night, though. Dodge Stadium's been being used.
Yep.
A lot of high school games are being played up there.
high school
Which is
and
good.
there's the Wooden Bat college league
Ooh.
is using.
How do you feel about wooden bats versus aluminum bats?
Wooden bats are great.
Right.
Do you think everybody should be using wooden?
Yeah, aluminum bats, you're going to kill somebody.
Exactly.
The pitchers are going to have to start wearing masks, face masks.
Well, especially like in softball and stuff, they
do.
already do.
They do already, yeah. I know.
And
Well, baseball, that comes back pretty fast.
yes,
though.
it does.
Even now, imagine if the major leagues ever went to that. Oh my God!
Oh, jeez.
I-
Those stadiums
You
wouldn't
couldn't
be
get a
big
pitcher.
enough.
If you were a pitcher, you'd want a net in front of you.
Yeah, you'd have to.
If they ever move to aluminum bats in Major League Baseball, you got to put Barry Bonds and Mark McGuire, Sammy
Well-
Sosa in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, see, they
Because
could
all
go,
of those records would be gone.
they could go to
that
aluminum
year.
bats and not get some of the bats that they have like today. They can go back to the old aluminum bats, like when we first when I was in middle
What's the
school.
difference?
When I was in middle school baseball, we used wooden bats. We transferred the next year to start of aluminum. Now the way it is, or with all the alloys, there are bats the ball just jumps off of. The original aluminum bats,
You saying
the ball was almost like coming off a wooden bat.
But then
So why'd you switch?
Because of you buy one aluminum bat or do you buy a case of wooden bats?
Oh, because they don't break. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Now that being said,
Yeah.
would you say that those the new aluminum bats are juicing?
Yes, they are.
Well, it's just like golf. You know,
If-
that golf ball. You don't think that golf ball is juice?
Yeah.
Those players
yeah.
are hitting it.
But
like
even then, I
crazy.
mean,
I'll put it this way:
The baseball is more
softball,
tightly wound and etc.
softball. If the aluminum bats that they have today with the double and triple wall, a guy like Jeff Butler, who I played with, Ronnie Gwaltney,
Babe Ruth.
Yeah, right.
if they hit
Lou
with
Gehrig.
the bats they have today, I would not play the infield
Yeah.
because I would be
Well,
afraid.
you wouldn't pitch anyhow.
I don't think I'd play third either. It's scary
They
how
don't
the
hit
ball
the
comes
ball.
off, and
You've made a great case to put DHs in the Hall of Fame.
well, I think a DH does belong in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, me too.
Mo
Mo
but-
Vaughn.
But
Sorry.
but he wasn't.
He was
a
a first
DH.
base. He was first base.
But like in softball, they have all different kind of softballs where the ball is a black dot, a yellow dot, a red dot. The way they're manufactured, it's
Like the one they use in the home run derby in baseball.
yeah. In Major League Baseball, when you get to the golden ball, those are wound so tight.
Yeah.
I think
They're like
you
golf balls.
yeah.
Even Ken could hit a home run.
Yeah, I could even get it out once, maybe.
Maybe.
I said maybe.
I think you could.
Jeez.
I saw you hit.
Yeah. Well,
Ken, you bat right or left?
He was both.
Switch hitter?
right. No.
Oh, okay.
All he wants to
I'd switch hitter.
Listen.
I'm the switch hitter.
I have to tell you, this, when we had that professional softball team, we played our home games in New Haven. And a friend of mine who I worked with at Cottrell's at the time, Harris, Doug Murray. I don't know if you ever know Doug Murray, always smoking a cigar. He used to come to all the games down in New Haven when we played at home. And he used to sit on the third base dugout side. Their dugout, the visitors. So we're playing a game one night, and in about the fourth inning, he calls me over. He says, "Come here," because I was coaching third base. So I go over to this fence, and he said to me, "Check that bat," he says. I said, "What bat?" He said, "Everybody's using the same bat." He said, "It's got to be illegal." No one picked it up but him. So I said, "All right." So I went up to the umpire, and I said, "Could you check that bat, please?" Threw the bat out of the game. Everybody on his, I didn't know. No one knew it except Doug Murray. Well, rest your soul, Doug.
Why was it? What did you do?
I don't know what.
There are things you can do to bats, aluminum bats, and reseal them like they've never been like the brand new, that they've never been worked on before. You can shave them down. You can do all different things.
We used to do my cousin and all of his friends who played baseball for Cheraho back in the late 90s. We used to play tennis ball baseball. So we'd go out to the fields and we would play baseball, but with a tennis ball, so you didn't need gloves and stuff. And they would take wiffle ball bats
and tape them. And like all of a sudden, some of these guys, including my cousin, I love you, bub, idiot, in general, scientists, when it came to getting their bat right. Everybody had their own, maybe they had that EB tape, but like everybody had their own electrical tape that they chose. Everybody had their own type of wiffle ball bat that they got that then they turned into their tennis ball, baseball bat. I mean, they were obsessed with juicing these bats. I say that, but they were obsessed with enhancing these bats to make them like, it was crazy. And I was like 9, so I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, everybody wants an edge. That's what everybody. That's what it is.
Why these scammers are making a living.
Oh, please.
They put that effort in brains to something good.
Get a job.
Oh, that's like you see now baseball bats, the wooden bats that have the hole in the top of the bat, the concave. It's all bat speed and
what did you find?
and using different kind of wood instead of the
you were going to get to the face of that bat.
I love it. Well, Ken's looking at me. The reason that Siri just went off is Ken's looking at me like it's 9. It's 10:06.
That's right. It's time to cut it off.
It's 10:06, and I'm looking like you looked at
I'm
me.
not paying overtime for this show.
He looked at me at 9:48 and was like, "Do we need to go to break?" And I'm like, "No, you're fine." And now he's like, "It's 10:06."
It's
and I'm
time
like,
to go home.
Finish the conversation, or until Paulie throws us out.
Right. Which is now.
That sounds like that's it.
That's it.
See, I'm used to being on the clock, so.
Paulie, we got to have you on an episode of Mindset Mastery with this wonderful banana named Paul Jancarella Jr.
Please.
You better get a contract for that one, huh? All right.
Okay.
Thanks for having us, Paul.
Thanks for being here.
All right. We'll be back.
Evidently, you all.
Thank you,
All right,
Paul.
for Paul and Dan and Bill and Ben. I'm Ken. Thanks for listening.
Do you want to get your business in front of over 100,000 viewers every month? Advertise with 321 and enjoy the best value in local advertising while supporting free community live streams. Your message will be seen across live high school sports, morning shows, and local events, connecting you directly with engaged audiences, boosting your visibility, growing your brand, and helping us keep these broadcasts accessible to everyone for free. Partner with 321 today and watch your business thrive.